guess who does not have a tripod, so we're gonna be shaking a lot. Yep, that's me. I'm also not wearing makeup, which I shouldn't be justifying, but this is just a reminder that it really doesn't get any worse than this, thank God. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about Inktober, which is a kind of a campaign that we do in October, we participate in actually in October, where you draw something every day and you post it. Now, I don't have the time or the patience to draw something every day, so I'm stockpiling a lot of drawings for October so that I can post them all on my drawing Instagram, which is Weekly Doodles. If you want to follow it, it's right here. Please don't forget the underscore at the end. I thought it would be kind of fun to explain my thought process behind each drawing, and since this is going to be a little long, I'm going to be doing it week by week. This is going to be interesting. So the first prompt was poisonous, and I know that when an animal can kill you with their bite or like injure you in some way, it's not poisonous, it's venomous, but I just went with it because my first thought was spiders. And I looked up the world's most dangerous spiders, and there were two that popped out to me, which were the black widow and the six-eyed sand spider. So I thought I could get a little goofy with it and do the sand spider burying the black widow's husband. Okay, so this is a finished product. This is the six-eyed sand spider with a goofy little smile on her face, and her eyes kind of look like nostrils. She also only has 4 eyes because in the picture I looked at for reference, there were only 4 eyes. I don't know where the other 2 are. She's burying the coffin, which was supposed to look like red wood, but it basically looks like a blood stain on the sand. And then she's asking, can I make a sandcastle on top? And the Black Widow says, dude, that's my husband you're burying. I'm very proud of the spider anatomy going on in this, especially the Black Widow's legs. I think they came out really good. But if I were to do this again, I probably would have had a little more fun with it, probably would have made the actual sandcastle. I think that would have been a fun addition. And also my coloring is just not the best in this. For the second day, the prompt was tranquil. And whenever I think of that emotion, you know, tranquility, is it an emotion? Is it a sensation? Is it a feeling? Are those all the same thing? I don't know. But whenever I think of tranquility, I think of one specific picture that I saw on Facebook once, where a baby and a dog were taking a nap together, and it was the cutest thing in the entire world. But realistically, I don't know how to draw babies. If I try, they come out really creepy. So I did a slightly modified version of that. I drew a crib where our little red-headed baby is asleep with a mobile of bugs. There is a butterfly, a snail, a ladybug, and whatever the hell it is here. I just wanted to use my blue pencil. And there is a puppy sleeping next to the baby. And it's not as good as it could be, but I'm really proud of it, especially the wood texture on the crib. I think it's really cute. And the baby is a girl because everything is pink, and also I am severely lacking in blue pencils. So that was the thought process behind my decision here. Prompt number 3 was roasted. Now, I didn't really know what to do with it in the most literal sense, so I tried for something a little more metaphorical. As you can probably see in the later drawings, I'm going to be having a lot of fun with different meanings of the same word and like putting little twists on the prompt. So I made a comic in which the cook roasts the vegetables, metaphorically. So it's a 4-panel comic. The first is just how to make roasted veggies. 1. Acquire vegetables. And yes, I'm aware that a mushroom is not a vegetable. Okay, I'm going to talk about that. 2. Arrange them on a tray and drizzle some olive oil on top. 3. Just roast the shit out of that, man. And there's the cook just metaphorically roasting the vegetables. I don't know, it's not a really funny or original idea, but I like the way it looks. I like the olive oil a lot, and I just really hate coloring backgrounds, so this is very scratchy, but it can kind of look intentional if you squint. And don't even get me started on the shape of this eggplant, okay? I don't like it. On day 4, the prompt was spell. Now, of course, I would immediately think about a spell that a witch cast, or something magical like that, but that didn't really inspire me. So then I thought about a spelling bee, and being the lover of puns that I am, I drew an actual bee trying to spell. So here's our spelling bee, and the ladybug is asking her to spell cinnamon, and she doesn't know if it has 2 N's or 1, which is something I always struggle with in English. It's the double letters that always get me. I'm pretty proud of the coloring on this one, especially because it had these cheap-ass waxy pencils that don't really do a lot for the drawing. And I'm really happy with the bee anatomy and the ladybug in general. That was my chair squeaking. I really love this drawing, not gonna lie, I'm very happy with it. And the next prompt was chicken, and again, I didn't want to do anything with the animal, dead or alive, so I went with a metaphorical meaning again, and I thought about a kid who didn't really want to do something that their friends were really excited about because he's scared, so he's chickening out. So this is what I came up with. There's 3 kids. You can tell they're on a school trip because they're all wearing backpacks and their uniforms, and these 2 kids here are super excited to go on the roller coaster, and this boy, who I thought of as this girl's brother, is just really not. He doesn't want to go, and he's thinking of a way of telling his friends that he doesn't want to go. A couple things I really hate the coloring on this picture. It's all scratchy and blurry, and I really friggin' hate it. I like the idea, but I don't like the way it turned out at all. Look at what happened with the girl's hair and with her skirt. I hate it, and I don't know how to correct it, so I'm just gonna post it and hope nobody notices the mistakes that I'm noticing, because I'm really angry at this drawing. Next was drooling, and when I think of drooling, I immediately think of a dog. So I drew a golden retriever, which is the drooliest dog I know, and I also just really wanted to draw a realistic dog and see how it worked, because I don't have the best track record with fuzzy animals. As you can see, this is how it turned out. In real life, the color is not as streaky as it looks on camera, but I am very happy with it. I like his cute little face. I like the way the colors turned out. I'm really proud of this. To end the week, we have the prompt exhausted. Now, I had a little trouble coming up with something that really, got me to draw, but finally I remember my aunt when she had recently given birth to her twins, who are now really big. They're as tall as me, is uncanny. But anyway, I remember her sneaking a little nap here and there when she was breastfeeding them, and that was my inspiration for this. Here it is. I had a lot of fun with this drawing. I put a lot of detail into it. The pattern on the pajama pants and the babies. We have a boy and a girl. And the maternity bra, which I thought was a nice touch. Her face didn't come out very well, very realistic, but I wasn't really aiming for realism so much as I was trying to, I don't know, put my creativity to the test and also have a lot of fun with the patterns and the colors. And I don't hate it. I don't like it either, but I don't hate it, which is actually already good. So for the beginning of next week, I already have a drawing planned. The first prompt is star. And I thought, I don't really know how to do any space stuff. I'm not really that interested in space stuff in general, so I thought, hey, why not draw Jeffree Star? I've been really into his old music lately. But I tried to do a realistic drawing based on a picture of Jeffree Star, and it's unacceptable. I'm not even gonna post it because it's just nightmarish. I am gonna draw him again, just maybe from the back, because I don't want to screw up his face again, but just to give you guys a peek of the horribleness that you are missing out on.